So what happened in Indiana now has happened in Tennessee. Severe storms in the area knocked out power all across Memphis, Tennessee.
You remember when we talked about residents of Gary, Indiana going more than 2 weeks without power? Well, they still don't have power. But the same thing is happening in Memphis, Tennessee.
But this the face of a mad black woman. Memphis, where's the power? Day 3, no power. Why we still have no power? It's people who on machines. Where is the help?
Pull up on my grandmama and granddaddy to check on them to make sure they okay because they power been out. You get what I'm saying? And I'm finna show y'all how the street look. I'm finna show y'all how the street look. Okay? I'm finna show y'all. And this how my grandparents' street look. Like this one of the houses that's on the street. Look at this. Y'all look at this. Look. The whole fucking tree fell down. I'm finna show y'all the root of the fucking tree. Look at this. Look at this big ass tree. This whole tree then damaged their house. Look at this. This whole big ass tree came out the fucking ground.
So what happened in Indiana now has happened in Tennessee. Severe storms in the area knocked out power all across Memphis, Tennessee. This video was made by a local creator in Memphis, just showing people the damage that has been caused by these storms. And as being reported as of yesterday, 140,000 people was without power. This strong storm system brung down trees, flooded areas, power lines, and outages all across the Shelby County. Now, what was reported as of last night, 40,000 customers had power restored. But that still leaves 100,000 people without power. And being reported as of this morning, several streets in the area are still flooded with down power lines and debris everywhere. Mother Nature really showing us how she feels. It's time to start cutting these trees down if they too close to these power lines. Count me out.
Y'all see this face? It might look pretty, but this the face of a mad black woman. Memphis, where's the power? Day 3, no power. Y'all, they trying to do us like Gary. And this is crazy. It's that government shit I be talking about. Why we still have no power? It's people who on machines. Where is the help?
Another one? Memphis, Tennessee is without power for 2 days now. 2. They had some sort of crazy storm, winds, weather-related incident and took out all the power. But let's just guess what counties don't have power, haven't been restored. Take a wild guess. Mostly the people that look like me. So Memphis, Tennessee is without power.
All right, y'all, so a quick update. Yeah, we're almost at 24 hours now. In about 2 hours, we'll be 24 hours without power. I went to my mom's house, check on her. I thought her power was out. She wasn't answering the phone. But anyway, so we got the charge back up. So we got that going, charging my phone. And then we got the fan that is charging. It's one of those electrical fans that you just charge it up, and then you can put a water thing, so this water. So excuse the front porch, we was painting and stuff, and we haven't quite got done. But anyway, then we got Charlie out here. We got the grill going because we got a bunch of stuff in the freezer that needs to be cooked before it goes. So all the stuff that we got, and then of course, Charlie wants to help with everything that going on. And we just kind of waiting for power to come back. It was 200 and something thousand last night. It's just 85,000 now. So they're working it all down.
Reporting live from another bitch's business, and now we have Memphis that is now out of power. Over 100,000 houses in Memphis are without power. So we have now gone from Gary, Indiana to now Memphis, Tennessee in results to the storm. Memphis lights, gas, water has stopped, and they do not know when service will be restored. And it's fucking hot as fuck. If you ever been to Memphis, bitch, you know that it's motherfucking hot. Needless to say, you need your resources, they need their resources. And I don't see enough media attention about a lot of these states and cities being without resources.
100,000 people in Memphis, Tennessee woke up today without power. 100,000 people, and I will be remiss to say that Memphis, Tennessee is a predominantly black city. Yesterday, a storm with over 70-mile-an-hour winds hit the Memphis area, uprooting trees and knocking off branches. But you want to know what still has power in Memphis? I'll give you a hint. Elon Musk's data center. Now, my homegirl Amber, who lives in Memphis, Tennessee, put this on a map so you can see those two green circles is where the data center is located.
You remember when we talked about residents of Gary, Indiana going more than 2 weeks without power? Well, they still don't have power. But the same thing is happening in Memphis, Tennessee. A severe storm came through Memphis this weekend with winds up to 60 miles an hour. It impacted 130,000 Memphis light, gas, and water customers. And even this Sunday, there's 100,000 people that are still impacted without electricity. The Memphis Light, Gas, and Water says that this is a multi-day project, and they said that full restoration won't happen until probably this Thursday. That's more than a multi-day. That's almost a week. Can you imagine the things that are needed? Now, they said they're prioritizing treatment plants and hospitals and places that, you know, quote unquote, need it faster. But there are folks that are at home on ventilators and need breathing treatments and things that need to be plugged up to electricity. This is really dangerous. It's dangerous. And it's seeing it in so many predominantly black communities. First Gary, Indiana, now Memphis, Tennessee. And it seems like they're ongoing.
Hey, everybody. It's Representative Justin J. Pearson here. Look, after a severe thunderstorm and straight line wind last night, over 100,000 households in Memphis are without power. And Memphis Light, Gas, and Water says the service won't be fully available or restored at least until next Thursday. It's 90 degrees outside, and not only are households without power, but so are some churches and several of our schools. Memphis is a majority black city where a quarter of the population currently live underneath the poverty line. And this is the same place where Elon Musk chose to build the country's largest set of data centers, which have the same electric grid as Memphis families now without power. Also left in the dark right now are tens of thousands of residents of Gary, Indiana, who've been without power for almost 2 weeks now. And Gary is a city where 75 to 80% of its residents are black, and a third of the residents are living below the poverty line, and they're literally being left in the dark and ignored. After data center power usage has made utility bills go up for months, now these same residents in Memphis and Gary and all over the country are the ones without power. When thunderstorms flooded Gary 11 days ago, 300,000 people lost power, and today tens of thousands, including some of our family members, are without power. Full restoration there isn't even expected until another week. And Indiana is home to 147 data centers. And Gary's electric grid powers 8 of them. This energy demand caused residents' utility bills to skyrocket, and now we're dealing with what's going on right now. Working class black and rural communities are bearing the brunt of fallout from extreme weather events and the pressure that our grids are facing from the AI data center boom.
So welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. Gary, Indiana was hit by a storm, and the local power authority has been struggling to, restore power and all that. That was, I think, August 21st. And some of these, installations are down. Power has been restored to some part of the city, while others have been left. And now the same kind of natural disaster has also hit Memphis, and it is left about 100,000 homes, in darkness. Even though there has been questions about where is the federal, presence, local state helping, even though FEMA has stepped in to help to alleviate, the sufferings of the people. But the question is, will it really get to the people that really need it? Will it get to them in time? And it's raising questions about businesses, real estate, properties, How are people going to cope? People who need electricity for their businesses, hospitals, how are they going to maintain the equipment? Schools are going to be affected, companies are going to be affected, businesses are going to be affected, and the longer these repairs go on, the more losses people tend to suffer as a result of these obstructions. And also questions about environmental impact and readiness by these local power supply companies is also coming to the surface. How ready were they for emergencies such as this is also a subject of debate. And how will these impact especially places like Gary, Indiana, that is already struggling? People going to come in there, buy off the properties, and those who cannot afford to repair their homes due to the massive disaster that was incurred by this storm, will they receive federal grants and assistance in putting things together? These are a whole lot of questions that people are asking and people are concerned about. And the same situation applies to Memphis. So if you're coming across my YouTube channel, you're welcome. If this is your first time, do give us a thumbs up, hit that subscription button so that when we bring up new updates, you'll be the first to be notified. Returning subscribers, thank you guys. You're the reason why we do what we want to do, and we'll continue to do what we want to do, and we'll keep bringing you new informations as things progress. So I want to know what your opinions are in the comment section. Trust to see you again on my next video.